So the big picture for this lesson is graphing sine functions and cosine functions. Here's an interactive graph. And you want to keep in mind that the sine value is the y value of the function. So it starts at 0 for 0 radians, maximum at pi over 2, 0 at pi, minimum at 3 pi over 2, and then 0 at 2 pi again. It's just following the y values as you do the angles around the unit circle. So it starts at 0 for 0 degrees or 0 radians. There's a maximum at pi over 2 of 1, and then a minimum of -1 at 3 pi over 2. Now let's look at the cosine. Now the cosine is the x value. So at 0 radians or 0 degrees, that's a maximum. And then decreases to 0, and then a minimum at pi for -1, and then increases to a 0 at 3 pi over 2, and then maximum at 2 pi, starting over again. And what's shown here is just for one rotation around the unit circle, but the function continues as you keep rotating. So this curve would just keep going to the right and also keep going to the left. So in this lesson, you're going to be figuring out the amplitude, which is the vertical distance from the midline of the function. In this case, the midline is 0 for y. And you're also going to be doing some stretches and shrinks horizontally to determine the period of the function. The period of the function is the distance for one rotation or one complete cycle of the function. So for this function, the period is 2 pi radians, because you go from 0 to 2 pi, and that's one full rotation or one full cycle. So that's the big picture for this lesson.